Welcome to the Arizona Cardinals franchise rebuild, everybody, where today's episode begins with upgrading quarterback Lester Phelps. He's been the starter this year to lead us to a 6-2 record, and he certainly has a long way to go, but I love a lot of what we've seen this year from his play on the field. His accuracy definitely needs a lot of work, but one thing that needs to get better that's kind of out of my control is awareness. That's always an important rating, especially for a CPU-controlled gameplay experience like we have in this series. But obviously, I gotta get his accuracies up. Strong arm is the focus of our offense, and I do want to go here mainly because I want him to become a scheme fit, but I do think getting his short accuracy up is better. However, we end up with 2 accuracy deep and 1+ awareness. So now a 79 quarterback. We'll see how Phelps plays today. We have a pretty big game here against the Dallas Cowboys. We're actually going to sim our second meeting with the Rams, and then we'll see where things go from there. But obviously, I want to get us closer to the postseason and see what happens here in the first year of Lester Phelps. We haven't checked much of the owner's box options lately, but we've been selling out tickets really easily, so I think that we're probably overdue for a small price increase here, and we'll see what happens as a result. And then for the concessions, always fun. The Friday night fried fish from the Browns series was obviously a highlight. Here in Arizona, we have barbecue. Apparently, I already jacked up the price here on the 5-star items. The premium fish sandwich is there. Nachos I made cheaper. Small pizza as well. The prickly pear cactus shake. That sounds dangerous. Let's make it $7. The Jalen Smith jersey. Okay, I like that we're selling that. What about Lester Phelps? Nothing here for Phelps. Trey Boston is getting the big sales here. Budda Baker as well. 120 on him. Azim Victor, who hasn't played this season because he's hurt, will lower the price. Here are the most popular players with the most personality. Budda Baker, Trey Boston, Patrick Peterson, Jalen Smith, Azim Victor. Obviously, they were the ones with the jersey sales. Not sure really how that's all determined, but here are the highest selling players in the league. Back to football now. We're not going to rush back O.J. Howard. A dislocated knee, high chance of re-injury. I'm not reckless. We play Ricky Seals-Jones. After a little bit of training, can you believe it? Aaron Howell is back for more. Howell has now 3 upgrades during his rookie season. I like that. He has star development, and star is quite rare. Man coverage here is a little bit low, but let's focus a little bit more on making zone the scheme fit and give it a little lead at least. Zone goes up, bringing up the coverage rating by 2, along with agility, play rec, and press. Howell could be the perfect replacement for Patrick Peterson. Lynn Simpson also goes up here. He's a young defensive back. He also fits the zone archetype here, but man coverage definitely needs to be picked up a bit, so we'll spend it here. I'll go look at my cornerback setting, by the way, but speed goes up for him. That's a pretty good roll right there. 2 physical abilities plus some coverage. But I obviously am doing the simming this year, or the training this year and simming it, and I'm doing a lot of the defensive back upgrades because I know we need to make those players better for the future. So the cornerback XP is actually at 90. It's dropped. I feel that the defensive ones are a lot better close to default. The offensive ones, not so much. So, I mean, there's a possibility that we could have developed Howell even faster, but I think this is pretty reasonable. And now, we're set to meet the Cowboys. Let's go. Hopefully the game we watched today goes a lot better than last time. That was quite a humbling game, losing 35-0 to the Rams. I know we could watch the second meeting, but they're so close together, I didn't want to do that. But we'll get a step closer now to the end of the year, and maybe we'll find out our playoff fate even today. We've played some games against the Cowboys before. We know about Phillips and Ezekiel Elliott with a good first down carry gain of 6. Dallas was the team we played in the second playoff game of the series, and it was one where we almost pulled off a near impossible comeback at the end, but Dallas went on to, I think they went to the Super Bowl, maybe lost it. But they had a really good season, and they're trying to make it there again. Cowboys seem to be one of the teams to beat here in the NFC. I'm not surprised now that they've gotten a quarterback with really high ratings here, Mike Phillips. So that combined with their great rushing attack has made the difference. Play action now. Phillips spins and fires to Eric Ebron. Oh, man. He lost it. Was his knee down? It was super delayed, but I couldn't tell. They overturned it, sadly, so Cowboy football now at the 40. Ebron, is he going to be a problem for us? Phillips back to throw again. Intercepted by Parker Wood. And wrecked up on the play by Tyron Smith. There we go. I thought maybe he'd have a pick six right there, though. And that's why I drafted a linebacker to play in just a very specific role. I need those INTs wherever I can get them. So we take over now at our 43, and Phelps hands it to David Johnson with a nice explosive 7-yard pickup. This team should have some pretty good linebackers too, however. Leighton Vander Esch specifically, number 55. And we'll throw it to Curtis Samuel to start the day in the air. I might get some more quarterback running plays or something in here. Obviously, it's effective more so in NCAA than Madden. But wait a minute here. DJ is loose inside the 20 and down to the 5 here on a perfectly executed screen. But there's got to be something in some playbook that could help utilize Phelps running a bit more. I'm not sure if it's that formation the Panthers have, their heavy personnel, which isn't that like shotgun heavy they run? Isn't that what the Gators did with like Tim Tebow? Wasn't it the same thing? There is some read option, which I'm not really confident in working well, but there's definitely ways I could spice up the playbook here. Phelps hands it, and Chubb loses a bunch. Chubb back today. He did get banged up last game we watched, so didn't get to evaluate him. Come on, capitalize on the INT. 3rd and goal here for Lester Phelps. Motion man Isaac White. Phelps to throw. It's there! Touchdown! An extra experience because we played Ricky Seals-Jones. Great way to start the football game. Dallas takes it back, and quickly Ezekiel Elliott for 19 on the ground, 19 in the air, and he's still getting the rock. Down to the red zone. Everything's gone through Elliott. And then Jonathan Mitchell steps in, and Anunua scores the touchdown to tie the game. Okay. Well, that didn't take very long for Dallas. Now we have the football tied up. Basically a brand new football game. Handoff here, David Johnson. Nice physical tackle. Phelps to the air, and this is complete to Parker Tate, who is seldomly used, but he continues his rookie season there with the short gain. I like going 4 wide with this offense. I think we have the receivers to do this quite a bit. This is floated and intercepted. What was he thinking? Young to the 20. Phelps tracks him down at the 5, and he's out of bounds. That was floated for Isaac White, but I don't know what Phelps could have possibly saw on that play. Touchdown Ezekiel Elliott. So, an early lead squandered by the Cardinals. Back to work again. Now it's Isaac White with the catch, 19 yards. Thrown away. And the 3rd down play is complete to Will Wade. Petrowski up next. Isaac White. All right, an interesting half here. Both teams kind of all over the map. And we have ourselves a tie game again. A blend of impressive offense and really weird turnovers. Cowboys take over now. At around midfield, too. How is that possible? Phillips down the middle for Ebron. We got to take care of that. Now it's going to Elliott, and Joey Bosa is right there. We need him to help out a little bit more in the running game. 3rd and 13 now. They're on the edge of field goal range. If we sack Phillips here, they'll probably be out. Phillips gets it out, and Elliott is wrapped up immediately. We'll give David Johnson a little rest and bring in our other running backs. Cadron Sharp is in at the moment. Here at the 42-yard line. 4 on the rush. Phelps downfield. There's Seals-Jones again. I have Sharp in as the third down running back, so I should probably put Chubb in there to get him some playing time. Most of this will be Sharp as we throw it to Kirk and get 9. Here's Phelps again to throw on second down. It's tipped in through the hands of Seals Jones. Come on now. Everyone wants to see Nick Chubb run it. Just give them what they want. Third down and 1. Oh, I think this is going to be David Johnson actually here. Still power running back. Even in these spots, I still want Johnson to be in the game. But unfortunately, no conversion. Go for it here. Absolutely go for it. I don't normally do this, but I don't want us to kick. I want us to go for it. So I'm actually running my first play here the entire series. And it's a quarterback sneak with Lester Phelps. I was not content punting there. That was like the suggestion. No thanks. But now back to the offense after the first down sneak by Phelps. Here is Lester Phelps, and he has a wide open Seals Jones again. He's great. Phillips on first down. There's a strong throw. It's tipped and picked off by Van Der Esch. Tried to squeeze it in, and as soon as the tip drill begins, you know it could be a bad time. That's 2 picks now in the first half for Phelps as Dallas takes over. All right, kind of concerned about those INTs. I know Dallas's offense is really good. So wasting a red zone opportunity like that, not my favorite thing, but Jalen Smith helps us out, and we take the football back with a penalty to help us out. So I might have to watch the end of this half here and see how we handle business. 2 receivers in the game, and Chubb's going all the way out here. I like this so far. Here's Lester Phelps to the middle. Now Isaac White lunging ahead. Phelps on second down, feeling the pressure and throwing incomplete. 21 passes to 9 runs today. Surprising. 3rd and 3. Phelps across the middle, misses a wide open receiver. There's the inaccuracy. That's the short accuracy that I wanted to make better, but decided not to for the time being. Now to tie this thing at 17. Please make this kick. There it is, and it is through. Time to go into half number 2. Cardinals start first, and this drive looks like it's going nowhere fast. So a very even game across the board, I'd say. Dallas, though, might have a slight edge. They take over at midfield, and they're going to get into field goal range again. We haven't had much success stopping Zeke. And he's able to grind out the first down and get them inside the 5. Touchdown Ebron. And we trail again. I'm going to try out something different here with the offense. I do have Johnson in the game as the 3rd down back and the power back, but Chubb as the regular starting running back. So Johnson will be in the game for situations like this, 3 wide and power situations. But if we go like 2 tight ends or some other formations, then it'll be Chubb. Just want to see how that goes the rest of this game. Johnson doesn't have much of a workload, but I would still like to see a bit of Chubb out there. Nice job tight-roping by Isaac White. For Phelps so far, not his sharpest day. 2 interceptions. 1 pretty unlucky, but he's also had a couple misses in there, and now it's Nick Chubb with a good run. Johnson gets this one now, and he is hit down hard by DeMarcus Lawrence. 3rd and 3. We can't afford another miss this time. I don't like our play call of choice here. 3rd down, Johnson deep in the backfield. It's a give to him, and DJ won't come close. Oh, wow. 57-yard try. Now, this is risky. I wouldn't kick this right here. I would go for it, obviously. 4th and 2. Gostkowski, though, too short. So we'll see what Dallas is up to now. This is a pretty critical possession. Don't want to fall behind by 2 scores. They come out here in the pistol, my favorite formation, and Bosa's there to eliminate this play. From the 45, Phillips protected well and throws off the mark. 3rd down. They need to get to our 38-yard line here, and Phillips wants way more, and it's knocked away. Look who it is, Aaron Howell down the field. Great play. All right, offense, we're simming this possession, and Lester Phelps starts with 2 good passes here. And it's David Johnson getting a carry, taking us to the 4th quarter, and we end up stalling. Impressive start. It ends abruptly, and Dallas takes over. We know what Elliott's done most of this game. One good drive here could really hurt our chances of winning, and they get across the 50. 24 yards there to Enunwa. This isn't looking good. Dallas. Whoa! What happened? I just simmed a little too fast, and suddenly we have the football and a chance to go and tie it. It was intercepted by Trey Boston. All right then, it's time for us to go and tie this game. Johnson for a few on the edge. Oh no, not this on 3rd and 3. We tried this a couple times ago. Phelps completes it to Petrowski. I don't think we should consider anything 3rd and 3 to be 3rd and short. That's definitely a play that's in the 3rd and short, because I would never put that in 3rd and medium. I think you got to go 3rd and 2 or less to consider it 3rd and short. 1st and 10 now for Phelps. 3 minutes left to go, and Phelps resets to find Isaac White. I like how we're taking this clock down as we travel down the field. Looks like 4 receivers in the game now, no tight end. Phelps. Lawrence is there, and that's dropped. Phelps with 2:30 left, and that's also through Johnson's hands. A bit more of a challenge this time in a tough 3rd down. If we don't make this, I still hope we go for it. But we're going to spread the field here, and we'll see what Lester Phelps can make happen. Phelps throws it short. Isaac White picks it up with his great speed. And I wasn't sure he'd be able to. 2 minutes left to go. And this one is fake to Chubb. Phelps outside, caught by Chubb. Not much. I've tried to get Chubb into the game today, but the game just doesn't want to feature him for some reason. 2nd down and 6. We're going to keep things in the air with Isaac White, making it 3rd down. That was no gain. A triangle, top of your screen. Now Phelps, 3rd and 6. Spins around. Fires, intercepted! It's Xavier Woods! Wow, he just dove through the throwing window, and that was intended for Isaac White. What a play! It could be a back-breaking 3rd INT for Lester Phelps if we can't somehow get this ball back and give us a chance. I think we all knew, though, that Lester Phelps was a long-term decision here, and we knew that with a young quarterback and a raw quarterback that things like this could happen. Just unfortunate it happens right here, and unfortunate that it's probably going to have a pretty big effect on the game. 3rd down and 3. And they do keep it with Zeke, and he's going to get it. Ezekiel Elliott down to the 40, and Jalen Smith is shaken up. We no longer can stop the clock, though. That's going to be game. So it's another disappointing episode here, watching the offense score 0 points last episode, 17 points today. They had some chances and threw them away. Unfortunately, we're not playing our best ball here at the moment, but that's going to drop us to 6 and 3. Dallas victorious again. I think the main thing here isn't that I was disappointed in the running game or the passing game. It was just the turnovers, the things that broke the flow of what we had that was working. The running game wasn't great, but we didn't run the ball much. We passed the ball a lot. Most of it was good, but the bad plays were exceptionally bad. Phelps had 292 passing yards, 7.3 yards per attempt. Just the turnovers that need to be cleaned up. I don't think Phillips was all that sharp today, but we made more mistakes than them. and we also don't run the football quite like they do. So disappointing that it happened like this, and hopefully the injury to Smith is not severe. And look who earns the skill point today. It is Ricky Seals-Jones, who will become a 78 overall, hopefully. Obviously, at this stage of his career, you're not going to put him in a new direction or anything, so I say just stick with what works, and vertical threat is that. All these things are going up. Catching traffic, medium route running, even spin move. Why not? No injuries here for the Cardinals. Excellent news. Howard's back. Jalen Smith is okay as we enjoy our bye week. We are currently 6-3, just a game ahead of the Rams, and we're going to sim the next meeting with them, and probably a couple more of these. Ahead of our meeting, we have a couple more players to upgrade. Jared Strojny here, the young guard that we really hope can take a big leap forward. He is in his third season. He has star development like Aaron Howell. And what do I want to do here? Run block power is pretty good, so is pass block power. I think we'll stay here with the power. Eventually, we'd like to get his pass blocking up a little bit more, but we do need some help in the running game, and we get some help there. And then there's our backup quarterback, Garrett Baronis. Has only thrown one pass in his career. It is a touchdown. And we're going to develop him. Strong arm. I think we can go somewhere else, actually. Field general does all three accuracies. And Baronis boost gives us a little awareness, short, and under pressure. We had a much better game against the Rams this time and defeated them. And they only had 55 rushing yards as a team. Phelps was excellent here. 3 touchdowns. And he was also sacked 5 times. No one ran well today, and it looks like Johnson might have suffered an injury in this game. Shub got most of the work. Oh, no Todd Gurley apparently. I guess after that last episode I never checked on him. He must have suffered an injury there at the very end. White scored, Wade scored, Howard scored. All right, who got those sacks on Goff? 3 for Jalen Smith. He's not a pass rusher. Bosa is. Wow. So I saw this little icon here on the main screen. I think I know who it's for now. Weekly awards. I'm saying Jalen Smith got it. And yes, he did. Oh, Trey Brackenridge, though. 202. That's a nice added touch there. That's a good little thing here added into franchise. I do appreciate that. We get the Packers up next. Let's upgrade first. Jalen Smith is the first we'll upgrade. Coverage is great. We could focus on running game with him or just field general, which is the scheme fit. I think that's a good idea. I want to see if we can somehow maximize his XP and maybe get him a little bit higher in overall. I do expect him to have a good chance of making the Pro Bowl, so I think there's a chance he could still break into like the 85 and above group. Backup guard, Titus Green struggles versus power, so that's I tried to hit power there, just went a little too fast, but we still get some power upgraded. It's okay. And we also have Parker Wood, who's just not very strong, not the best tackler. I'm not going to try to make that part of his game. I really just want to do pass coverage. We're in our nickel defense a ton, so let's make sure it's as strong as possible. And now one more to upgrade. It's Budda Baker. Are we going to see him break into 90 overall territory today? He's only 26 years old. His coverage is still just okay. So, I mean, we're going to stay focusing on zone coverage. He is indeed a 90. And the only thing that goes up is zone coverage by 3. A close loss to Green Bay puts us at 7-4. 3 touchdowns for Rodgers. Phelps, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Decent numbers, though. And then David Johnson, 61 yards. Nick Chubb, better average, gets a touchdown. In the air, Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams, big problems for us. And O.J. Howard, big problem for them. Jalen Graham there with a sack on Aaron Rodgers. I wish we could check on the Pro Bowl voting, though, early. I want to know who's close and if Jalen Smith is potentially there. Oh, apparently now I can upgrade Will Wade. Where'd that come from? All right. Our possession wideout here, a 77 overall. Really specialized in the short area of the field, so I think we just stick with it. Let's go slot receiver. Now a 78. Boosts for awareness, catching traffic, and catching. 2 losses in a row. I'm starting to get a little concerned here. The defense struggled today as both Ryan and Phelps throw 3 touchdowns and a pick each. We have 3 touchdowns here from Devontae Freeman. We have Isaac White with 85 yards, Julio 135, Christian Kirk. All right, I'm starting to wonder about this season. We're hanging on to first place, barely it appears. Jalen Smith registers another sack on the season, but we've got to play better here down the stretch. Are you kidding me? We're upgrading Howell again. You don't need much XP when you have a rookie with star development. I can only imagine how easy it is with superstar development. Superstar is just like a guarantee. If you get hurt, though, with superstar development, that's really gotta hurt your first year. Yeah, we're gonna go back to zone coverage here. Don't want to lose the scheme fit bonus at all. And I love this. He's faster now with better acceleration. So there are the ratings right now for Aaron Howell. He's 91 speed, very good in press, very good in zone. His tackling seems very good for a corner. Doesn't have the best hands or leaping ability, but I think that's really secondary to all these other traits of his. He really could be special. He's already number 58 ranked, which makes him on paper a starting quarterback or starting cornerback, especially when you consider needing 3. Nick Chubb here. Could be the future after David Johnson. Maybe. There's a chance of that happening. I love all his power, but I honestly want to focus on elusiveness just to see if we can make him a super complete back. And we get boosts here to elusiveness and juke. There's a win. We beat the Broncos now, and our defense played really well. We only allowed 11 first downs. Keenum 1 touchdown. Phelps had 2. David Johnson now with the big day, 168 with the help of a 94-yard touchdown run. Chubb had 47 yards, Wade 78 and a score. On defense, no interceptions today, and just the sack for Joey Bosa. That puts us at 8-5 with the rest of the division really falling behind now. 6-7 with the Rams and 49ers. And just 3 weeks to change that. The best they can do is 9-7. We control our own destiny. Isaac White's turn here with the skill points. Close to an 85 overall, quick development. Still think that short route running needs to be better. I want to see him become that run after the catch threat. So short route running in possession, short route running in slot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting catch better potentially as well. White's overall stays the same, but he gets all these boosts. We fall now to Seattle, 23-20. The Rams got a victory, so now just a 1-game difference between the two teams. David Johnson, 1 touchdown here, 73 yards. Will Wade continues to make a lot of catches. Looking forward to checking on the stats here as we wrap up the episode. But I'm going to probably sim us to week 17 and see what the playoff positioning is looking like. OJ Howard's turn to upgrade. What? That's 12 different ratings going up. How is that only a 1 overall boost? 12 ratings. And then there's Jalen Graham with quick development. He has better power rushing than finesse. And I still think that that's the main focus here. So power rusher it is. Going up by 1. We haven't talked a lot this year about the contract situations, and we're kind of running out of time, so I think I should address it here in this episode. Patrick Peterson's deal is going to be up, and obviously we could try keeping him around for 1 more season and just keep doing the 1-year deals. Boston will start regressing more, and he wants a 4-year contract. Deshaunte Nolan, I think he's definitely a key priority for us. Still quick development at 24 years old. I'll make this offer right here. And Nolan wants a little bit more. With DJ Humphries, we'll probably look for another upgrade. With Denard Huval, yeah, this is a really, really reasonable deal. Almost too reasonable. So I'll up it a little bit here, closer to 12. And send it his way. Huval is staying. Will Wade, that's one we're going to have to talk about still. Ricardo Collins, I think we'll talk about that one more in the offseason. And yeah, there could be a few more tough decisions this year than in most. But my main focus is going to be making sure Nolan stays and we figure out this situation here. I don't want a 4-year deal for Boston, so I might have to do things my way. Well, we didn't win, but we didn't lose either. We tie with the Chiefs at 21, almost 1,000 yards of combined offense, most of it in the air. All right then. Lester Phelps, 2 touchdowns and almost 400 yards. Who'd those go to? David Johnson, whoa! 9 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. How about defense? There probably wasn't a whole lot in this game. Not really. Well, there was to keep points, I guess, somewhat low. But that takes us to week 17. And I'll check now, but I don't think anyone can beat us. I don't know if the Seahawks could. They might have a chance with their tiebreaker scenarios. But we're 8-6-1. And in division here, we are 4-2. So are the Seahawks. I know we lost to them once. I'm not sure about the other game. So it seems we do control our own destiny. But we're not going to have a great record or a great seed in the playoffs should we make it. So we're going to watch the Week 17 game then against New Orleans and see if we can score the win. We did split the series there with Seattle, so the tiebreaker would get really messy because we split it. Same division record. I think next would be common games. So we just got to go win next episode. That's all there is to it. If we don't win and lose the division, what are our chances then to get a wild card spot? They're pretty good. The NFC is atrocious right now. There are so many 6, 7, and 8 win teams. Thankfully, we have a better record than all of them thanks to that tie. So all we got to do next episode is win and go to the postseason. We'll see if we can do it. Let's check the stats though before we end the episode. And we'll see if the Cards are returning. Lester Phelps, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a work in progress. On the ground, David Johnson, 12 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards. Nick Chubb with 339. In the air, Will Wade, very respectable numbers. Isaac White, close to 1,000 yards. Hope he gets there next episode. Kirk producing well. Johnson. Howard got hurt, but he's been great when he has played. Sean Petrowski, 16 catches, 5 went into the end zone. And Jalen Smith has 9.5 sacks. He's going to the Pro Bowl. That's practically a guarantee at middle linebacker. 136 tackles, 9.5 sacks, and an interception. 40 catches allowed, though. Not good there. So that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Next time we find out if the playoffs are happening for our Cardinals. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And I'll be seeing you with more Cardinals rebuilds shortly. Have a great day, everybody.